Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. GALA seems to have found support here in this ascending trend line, and it might do a bit of a turnaround here. Yeah, it's a bit too early to confirm that, but if it does, I think in the last video we already talked about the target around the 6-cent level. That would be the expectation, because if this is indeed a so-called ending diagonal that it does here, the wave 5 should not get longer than the third wave, and we are talking here about a maximum of 6.06 cents. But of course this doesn't mean it couldn't go higher, but if it goes higher then it would rather unlock even more upside potential, and then we're talking about the next target, I would say, first of all 6.68 cents and then 7.3. Yeah, because 7.3 is also a structural resistance level. At the moment, this is sort of looking as if we're going to see another high at the moment, and this is valid as long as we have the support of 4.6 cents intact. So that is the micro support level. You could even draw the fibs and use fib support, and then we could, well, okay, yeah, it's the 4.56 cent level, the 78.6 fib. Below that level, I think we have a good chance to get back into this green support region that is located between 3.41 cent and 4.3 cents. So it continues to be in a range. We need a clear signal as per like a range breakout to consider further continuation to the upside, or if it breaks down, then we are most likely here in the wave 2, in my opinion, which would indicate that we have already seen the top. Yeah, for example, what I could imagine happens in an alternative wave pattern is that the overall high was in here, and that what we're doing at the moment is just corrective mess, a wave A to the downside, a wave B to the upside, and we would now be working on a C wave down, which means if we really break below the wave 4 low and then follow through and break below the wave 2 low, then I think we can rather safely assume that we are in this wave 2, because the pattern would then be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The high is already in. A wave down in 3 waves. B wave up in 3 waves. That's why I'm considering a diagonal, because it's basically the same structure. It's just further continuation. But here we've got A, B, and we would now be following down impulsively in a C wave. And that's a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that is sort of the pattern that I think gets live if we break below this wave 2 low at 4.27 cents. Now, there is still this support level, but I think if we take this low out now with this additional structure that we've seen, we have to assume that we are then in a wave 2. But either way, I think we're getting sort of towards the end of this uptrend. You know, again, maybe it's a diagonal, which again is a very similar structure to that ABC. It just is not ABC. It's just this wave, this wave, this wave, and this wave. You can't see the difference at the moment, because in an AB, the structure is the same. 3 waves down, 3 waves up, the same like in an ending diagonal. Okay, so that's sort of where it's getting a bit difficult. This move down, though, looks rather impulsive to me. But we'll see. We'll see. It hasn't really... Let's go into the 30-minute chart. It does, but it could also be just an A, B, and then we follow through here in a C. So in the context, in the grand scheme of things, both are possible. As long as we are holding the wave 4 low and then also wave 2, we can focus on higher in this 5th wave. And again, I gave you a target for that. Sometimes what happens is that you get this sort of throw over of this last wave before it comes down. So just a breakout of this range doesn't necessarily indicate that we are really pushing much higher. But if we then get above that 6.06 cent level, which would basically invalidate this diagonal, then it would indicate much more upside potential, which would eventually also be limited by 7.3 cents in the first instance. And yeah, a move down would take us into the wave 2 price region here, which then would be in the region, so between 3.55 cents and 2.4, which would then be another possibility to scale in, basically. Okay, that's my update about GALA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.